I want to give a couple of thanks. I would like to thank Mr. Stephen Getter and Mrs. Getter for being very supportive this track season. Mr. Getter has recorded nearly every race this season, and he's provided some of the footage that you see today. All right, so give thanks to him for me. He also has helped out with carpooling, so thank you very much. I'm going to talk about how the season went for a second. So I would say that this season we focus on making a turning point, basically learning how to properly train for track and field, learning how to properly prepare for just any sport in the right mindset. I always have this saying that someone has to be first, why not you? Someone has to be last, it better not be you. Alright, so I want to talk about the Heart Award. As you already know, I look for runners who are fast, strong, smart, and disciplined. This athlete is smart and disciplined on every single level. Not only in practice, but also in meets. And even at the dinner table, this athlete, when she goes to Chick-fil-A, she orders grilled nuggets, and then she substitutes the fries for a cup of fruit. This athlete for the Heart Award goes to, before I say it, she also qualified and competed at the state championships in Waco. So let's give her a hand real quick. Sophomore sprinter for the Heart Award, Miss Megan Getter. So, the MVP, we'll talk about the MVP real quick. MVP not only blazes the track and has medaled at every single event this year, at almost every single meet, but she's also a really good soccer player as well. This player right here has qualified for the state championship this year, so go ahead and give her a round of applause real quick. And for our MVP award, it is Abigail Casey. Middle school and high school track and field. Thank you guys.
What can I say from our men's varsity team? Please give a round of applause real quick. We're having a spectacular season as well. There was many memorable games, a lot of growth, a lot of commitment from this young man. Definitely very proud of all the accomplishments, and one of the few things that has come with consecutiveness this year, I think maybe Jojo has a good way of saying this. Who did we beat this year and last year again? We beat JP2. Very proud of how the season went. I've seen most of y'all grow throughout the year. Some of y'all, of course, since y'all were 7th and 8th graders, so it's been quite the experience and quite a privilege to have taught most of y'all. And Landon, I still say you should have been here a lot longer. Say thank you to Landon. Everybody go across to Landon. Give a round of applause to Landon. For the Heart Character Award, this young man was introduced introduced to the school and the team in the past couple of years. He quickly adapted to what the sport of soccer was from one environment to the other. Every time we were at practice, every time we were at games, he was always positive and motivating everybody to continue moving forward no matter what. I almost give him the nickname the Terminator, Hard Character Award, Matthias 70. This young man brings a lot of good memories, and every time he signs for something, it's always with a smile, and a positive attitude. At the beginning of the season, we had to adapt and place him in the defensive role. Towards the end of the portion of the season, there was something else asked from him to be in a more advanced position in the field and be a winger. He started attacking. He scored one incredible goal against Our Lady of the Hills with like 30 seconds left to tie the game. John Keller. John, how many more Gilners do we have left in the chain?
We got 3.
3. Perfect. Can you raise your hand, little Gilners? For the Defensive Player of the Year award, it's kind of synonymous. I'm very excited that this young man got to our school this past year, all of a sudden, and it has been quite a pleasure with a good attitude, and never playing the goalkeeper position, saving us in a bunch of games, and probably had as many penalty kick saves as Hank Calvin, Michael Wilkerson. Now, to no surprise, I've known this young man since the moment, that very table right there, there was a table set up for the athletics for incoming new families in our open house. And all of us new students, this young man walked to that table right there and asked me, is there a soccer program at Atomic? I said, yes. Ever since being here, since 6th grade, 7th grade, this young man has represented a lot of good values to the program, not only that to the school. We're very proud of all his accomplishments, and his younger brothers here to give us an award. Andres Sanchez. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Please exit the stage. Well done, gentlemen.
Coach Alex has put a lot into the volleyball program. He was unable to be here tonight.
All right, folks, hold on. I know it's getting late, but everybody deserves to get the same amount of attention.
Everything tonight. But before we get to the awards, he definitely wanted to recognize our 2 seniors that we step forward, Daria and Taylor. They're giving a lot to the program. know, you're responsible for yourself and you're responsible for the whole defense out there. And you did a great job with that. So give it up for Daria. Thank you very much. And for Taylor, I mean, you've been playing volleyball for a long time, and still to see how open you are to, you know, how can I get better, open to the coaching. It's just wonderful to see that from our leader out there in the offense. So it was a great season. Give it up for Taylor. So I got to work especially a lot with the JV, and I loved how our identity throughout the season was being loud, going for it, and really effort. So, you know, when we break out volleyball practices, we have varsity sometimes on one side, JV on the other side. On more than one occasion, we're so loud that we're interrupting the varsity side of practice, and I was really proud of that. Thank you, JV. And the season as well, just a lot of growth. It was great coaching these young ladies. Yes. So, with the first award for our JV team, the Heart Award, you know, obviously with this award, a lot of hustle. She was great for us all around. It goes to Megan Guerra. For the Offensive Player of the Year for our JV team, we had a freshman. Again, just throughout this season, continually getting better and better, growing in confidence, not afraid to take swings, and just love the effort that you gave out there. It goes to Asha James. For Defensive Player of the Year, again, a lot of effort. We didn't have the most players, but everyone had to. A lot of times, a lot of games we only had 6. So there wasn't any subbing. There wasn't any. It was just them out there, and they had to rely on each other. And she did a great job. This goes to Raquel Puente Molina. And for our most valuable player, she was able to set for us on JV. She wasn't afraid to get up on varsity and take some swings. Just a lot of fun being around her. And yeah, just a lot of hustle, a lot of effort. It goes to Rebecca Barron. For our varsity team. So this is the first time in, at least I know the last several years we've been to state. We did miss playoffs this year, but it's our third consecutive season of 20 plus wins. So these ladies did a lot of good work out there, and it was very competitive. They competed really well, so there's nothing to hang our heads about. The Heart Award, this middle was providing energy anytime she's in the game. In the middle position, you're on the court half the time, you're off the court. There's no difference. She brings the energy every single time. She's not with us here, but it goes to Hannah John. Our Offensive Player of the Year award, again, we talked about it earlier, one of our seniors, one of our leaders, even though she missed some of the season with an injury, she came right back in and just always gives us a great effort, great leadership out there. I forgot to add stats here. Coach wanted me to read stats. So with 416 assists, So for our defensive player of the year, again, a real leader, gives a lot of effort out there, isn't afraid to put her body on the line to go after any ball that she can get to. She had 459 serve receives, 512 digs, and then she even stepped in outside late in the year, which takes a lot to be used to one position and then switch for the good of the team. She did it with a great attitude. It goes to Daria Kosnak. And then for the MVP, again, versatility comes to mind when we talk about this young lady. She did a lot for our team. She hits, she sets. She led the team with kills, 144 kills, 77 aces, great from the service line, 361 digs, 171 assists, and 252 serve receives. She's not here, but give it up for Lena Garza. So these ladies got done on the court, and also in the classroom, we'd like to recognize a few step forward, Daria, Taylor, and Melina. Also, they were first team, they were academic all-state. Give it up for them.